Hey guys, Long Haul Larry, and back for another day of working on the old Yooper house. Um, Today I'm going to try to accomplish this front wall. And what I've done is I've actually gone to the lumber yard and gotten some treated 2x4. It's going to go along here. And this side, when I close the garage door, it has a big gap here. This wall isn't really straight and everything else with the 2x4s, and it just wasn't built right. I've gotten this all straightened out over here. So this is all level over here and everything's for the door and the wall and stuff. This whole thing was kicked out really bad. And I've gotten it moved over, gotten it decent, got everything straight. But when I close the door, there's a big gap here. And as you can see through here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this 2x4 right here and put some block spacers in here all the way down through it for stability. And I got it green treated because it's sitting on the concrete and everything else. And then I can put I can fill this space in with board to make this level, and then I put my second coat of sheeting on here. Put the treated plywood on the outside, and then the OSB, and going up and take this siding off. And I got to move this electrical wire up underneath the eave where it's going to be for final. And then that light that's up there, I'm actually going to be taking it off. That's controlled by a switch. You guys can't even see it. It's way up there. That's controlled by a switch inside the garage. And the thing is, it's you switch it on, and I would use it for like when people were coming over some of his night, I'd turn it on or whatever, but it wouldn't leave it on, because otherwise you just shine it out here, and the neighbors across the road, you got a light that's shining. So I'm actually going to put a motion detector light in there, and I'm going to put a nice box and make like a trim box up there in the peak and everything that motion detector light's going to be mounted on. And that way it'll be right down here in the driveway. So if somebody pulls in, then boom, light's going to come on. I'm also going to put a motion detector light over on the front porch of the house. I don't know if I'll do that today or not, but I'm going to mount it over there, pointing this way. So if you get out the car and walk along and come out here to go into this door or the front door, that's going to kick on, and that'll light up this corner and everything and give you light and everything. So that's the project for today, is basically get this wall built, get it sheeted, and then take off this, build that up there, and get this all lined with OSB up here and everything, get all that set up there, and get this all taken care of. Trying to get as much done as I can before I go get the steel and everything. And that way, when I go get the steel, if I need a couple items or whatever, I can pick up a few different things and whatever I need left and everything. Things are a lot cheaper getting them there than they are here. I just went and bought this piece of OSB here, or a piece of treated plywood. It was $50.09 up here. And I get them from down there in Menards and everything, or like I think the $38 or something like that sheet. It makes, when you buy, I think it was 40 some sheets. That's a lot of money that you're saving by doing that. But I would like to get this done, so I went and bought one sheet and everything. I think it's going to be close to what I need. Might have to get one more. We'll see. It's going to be close. But I can at least get this side all taken care of. So that's what I'm going to work on here, is getting this done. So I'm going to get to work and cut some blocks and everything, make this so this is all closed off and everything. And then I can seal this with trim and everything and put my final little seal stuff, this little rubber stuff around the edges and everything, so it seals up against the door, keeps the breezes out of the garage. Well, guys, I did not record last night. It was dark by the time I got done. I ended up getting all this trim off, and I got all new sheeting all put up there and everything where it needs to be, and I got my electrical line moved where I want it to be, up underneath the eave there, so it's out of the way. And I got my electrical box mounted back on the wall. So that was all done and everything. It actually took a long time to get all this stuff off and everything. And it was dark out by the time I got done, so I just didn't record. So this is all done with, and I'll show you what else I worked on. I worked on building this door. Got this door all built up, and I allowed for an 1/8 inch clearance on this side where the hinges are, for the hinges, and wasn't going to router them and stuff, but then I made it all up and put it in there. Well, there's an 1/8 inch on each side, so it's a 1/4 inch, so it just makes it a little too tight. It fits in there, but it's just too snug. Needs to be a little bit less. So I've actually brought my router over today, and I'm actually going to mark these here with a pencil and router out the doors an 1/8 inch. Excuse me. And the frame over here, this pole over here with 1/8 inch where the hinges go, and that'll bring the door over to where it needs to be and be tighter and everything, and then it'll fit good and everything. So it's just a simple door that I just constructed, 2x4s and stuff, and got it all set up in there and everything, and I'll put the hinges in, and then I'm just going to put a simple door handle like right here. Man, it's something stuck in my throat. And it's just going to be like an old barn thing that you just grab and you twist, and I'll weld a rod to it going through it and put a piece of metal that goes on the other side of the wall. That's my plan on it. It's just going to be a simple deal. And then it's going to get all the sheeting, the metal siding over it, and the vinyl siding on the top. So it's going to look just like the wall. So you're not going to see it. It's going to be nice. But that makes that area nice and cozy. But we actually, this is a nice day. We're actually probably in the 50s, and it's actually supposed to get up in the 60s today. And I think it's time to cap this roof. I'm going to shoot this quick before it gets too dark, but I have the living room roof all capped off. I have the vented. It's in the center. It starts right about there, and it goes about to there. And the vented cap. And it's this material that I got. It's from Menards, and it comes in a roll, and it's basically just corrugated plastic, and it has like a filter screen on it so bugs can't get into it, and it has like little honeycomb things all over there to breeze. And so I cut an inch gap up in the peak underneath there, and you put it about 1.5 feet, 2 foot in from where the vent starts, and then you cut an inch gap on the top of the roof, and then you put that stuff on, and then you just cap right over top of it. And so the ends are capped and everything else, and it's got that vented in the middle. And that's going to keep the shingles, because the original shingles, when I peeled them off, they were all like curled and stuff. All the edges are all curled up and everything. And the house was fine. The house shingles weren't doing that. And that's because this wasn't vented. The garage and this living room was not vented. And that's what happens is when you get sun baking on it and everything else, all the heat doesn't have a place to go to, and it kind of cooks the shingles and they curl up and stuff. And so this will keep that from happening. I also got the metal cap on too, and that was not fun. But I got it on, and what I did is I actually cut some of that plastic material that I used for the venting, and I actually just cut a little strip about that big, and I put it on this side of the shingle roof, and then put screws all through it and stuff, and that way it can vent there too. The other side has these little foam stick-on things that go in between the ribs of the steel, and that seals it all up and everything. But this side is vented, so it can vent yet. But it also has those really big vents up there too in the attic, so it breathes a lot. But this way it's all vented and everything else. Everything is all done with this side of the roof, with the metal roof, and on this side of the house. And the living room is all complete. So now I'm going to do the garage and get working on that. I'm going to work till dark and see if I can get it done. Hopefully I can. And then this will be all done, and I can stop going up on this roof. Well guys, there it is. The roof is all done and all complete. I have everything all vented and everything. Have all the ridge cap all put on. And I've actually got to my antennas last night too. Got those all put up. I just got to put a couple zip ties on the cables to hold them onto the poles so they don't clank, clank, clank when the wind blows. But it's important to keep that internet thing up there from SpaceX, whatever it is. It's important to keep that stabilized. It's not supposed to move around and stuff. So I got it pretty high up there and everything, and it works really well. And I put those guide wires down. I used to have some wires on them. I had them on both antennas and stuff, and they kept breaking. I kept having to go up there and retie them and stuff. It was just like baler wire. This is actually cables and everything, and I have little cinches on the end of them and everything. So these are super tight, it's like piano wire, so those things will not move when the wind howls up here, because it can howl. We're on top of a big hill up here, you know. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will catch you guys next time. I hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night. So that's just your video, and if you're not, certainly try that all over again tomorrow. See ya.